Dislyte, download now.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Cash, and we are here today to go over my favoritist unit. At least one of my favorites, I ain't gonna lie.
Nothing really comes to mind.
It's gonna be my girl, Meng Jiang Man, or Main Man. I'm not exactly sure. But what I really like about this character is that she has first of all, she has poison, and that's like usually my favorite thing in the world. But she also has a very unique passive that is exclusive to her, which is the Nether Bloom. The Nether Bloom is like the coolest thing ever. I do want to mention one before we even do anything is that one, if you like the content, like, comment, and subscribe. But two, Nether Bloom is actually blocked by immunity. So even though it is a very special debuff, you can block it. You can actually block it. So, and you can cleanse it as well. So it's not like you get hit with it, but it automatically lands, and that's what I really like about it. Let me bring her into a battle in a little bit, right? So her basic attack, which is really cool, is puts the Nether Bloom on a target and it hits 2 people at the same time, which is pretty good. Now, it's not like some of these other skills that hit multiple. If there's only one target, it'll hit them twice. It only is going to hit that person once. So after the way that Nether Bloom works is enemies marked with Nether Bloom will suffer a Nether Bloom blast after taking 5 attacks. And as you guys know, a lot of characters in this game hit multiple times. I think it's part of the design. They receive damage equal to 85% of Meng Po's attack. This blast also deals damage of the same amount to 2 other random enemies, which is fantastic. Has a 50% chance to silence as well for 2 turns. Now, leveling this up will just increase the damage that it initially does, but what it does not do is that you can't level up the damage that Nether Bloom itself does. Only the damage this thing does on when you actually use it, which is actually not that bad to level up. I think it would be one of the better things to level up. This cannot be leveled up, and this is her passive, Flower Paths. Now, inflicts poison on any enemy afflicted with Nether Bloom for 2 turns, which is fantastic. So it kind of synergizes with that, right? Now, poison is really good for killing out bosses. It's a way of not doing DPS but killing them slowly over time. I've always liked poison, and if you can get enough of it in like a PvP situation, it can kill things off, but you also have to mean it's very slow, because 4% of most characters in this game's health that aren't bosses are usually, it's not going to do too much. So you have to get a bunch of poisons and they have to all take it. It's not usually good, but it's really good for PvE. That's why I really like it. I use her mostly in PvE. The only thing in PvP that I use is that she's fast, and then she can do this. As you can see, attacks all enemies 3 times, dealing a total of 90% of her attack, which is not going to be much, and making them Nether Bloom. The last hit Nether Blooms them.
There's no space in my heart left for anything.
As you see, you can bring up the amount of damage that it does, and then you can make its cooldown go down to 1. Now, the reason why I kind of glanced over it, right? But the reason why I think that this one would be kind of better to level up, this one's cool and all, but has a 50% chance to counterattack when attacked by an enemy with Nether Bloom. So you can also run her on counter so that she does do that, and then if that target now tries to attack her, she then has a chance. I don't know if this is a cumulative with the actual counterattack set. So that would make it like 75% chance for her to counterattack. But even if it does, it doesn't. Or it can do both, right? So if it's a 50% chance goes through and then a 25% chance goes through, that's just as good as, not just as good, but obviously 75% would make it happen almost all the time. But, it is what it is. Now, you see that I have her on speed, but if you actually were to have some fun, not there, I clicked the wrong button. If you would actually go to strategy, you would actually see that some people actually run her on attack. Now, you could do either or. Actually, now that I'm using her more and more and more, I kind of think that attack is a lot better. The reason why is because, as we just read, because the Nether Bloom actually scales off of her attack, 85% of her attack. So the higher her attack is, the more that it actually bursts, the more that bursts out. And the fact that it is on one target then hits 2 other targets is really good for most stuff. So you want that tick to actually hit. I guess that's just a stylistic choice, but I always feel like if a character can slowly kill someone, I usually just want them to be tanky. So like the HP set is unfortunately only subjected to the right side, which is where the counterattack is. So outside of that, it's like I just wanted to be fast. I wanted her to take multiple turns, but I am gonna probably switch her over to attack. And there's one more thing that I do want to test out, and that's putting her on lifesteal. I want to see what happens if she's on lifesteal, just for the shits and giggles of it. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna put the Nether Bloom on each person. I love her little passive. I'll probably do her next because she's so cool. So I'm gonna pop this one on purpose so it's a little bit easier to see. For or I can kill him. Another thing I also noticed that is if you actually kill the target, it doesn't even say this on the passive, but when you kill the target, it actually auto pops the thing as well. That's why he's now silenced. That was a counter attack, obviously. That's another counter attack, and I love it because it keeps resetting it. So now we can look at the damage here because I'm gonna hit this guy whether it hits or not. It's gonna bounce off and hit him. So, oh, there goes the Dahlia. And it did a thing. It actually crit. So this is why I want to test her out on Hades set, because I'm pretty sure that if it's doing stuff like that, I'm gonna see if I can get into this, but I highly doubt that. Have you guys been able to get into these Dahlia dungeons? Never. Never. It's a sad day. So yeah, it's pretty cool, right? So yeah, I'm gonna hit him right here. He's gonna bounce it off to the other ones. Now the poison works once they're actually nether bloom, which is pretty cool. More poison. I just like poison, so that was a low level. I just didn't want to die and embarrass myself, so there it is. Look at her. So cute. Now what I want to do is I want to just double check one thing that I really wanted to see whether or not it worked or not. I want to know if she actually works on healing. Can she heal herself through that? Because that would be interesting. I'm assuming not, though. I didn't even know that we had this thing. So when you're clicking on relics, click on a spot and then there's a little wheel that pops up. I did not know you could even do this. You could actually save presets. Wow, this game has a lot of cool things that I'm not even aware of. All right, now she's slow, so this should be easy to see. I just need to take some damage. All right. She should be... All right, we'll be able to test it here now. So who do I have to hit? This guy on the side. She heals off that, obviously. I want to see if she heals off of the trigger. No, she does not. I figured as much, though. But honestly, her counterattacking and doing that might be might be pretty cool for Hades set. The fact that she keeps counterattacking and she won't heal off the other aspect of it, but I do think that that's kind of nice. Especially if she has higher attack. At the end of the day, I still think that it wouldn't be too bad. I do like, I really like her as a unit. I think like you can run her attack, you can run her speed, which I did like because she takes multiple turns, but I actually kind of didn't mind that Hades set there because of the fact that she counterattacks and the fact that you can run it with counterattack. Usually counterattack is like in most gachas, it's like a 4-piece set. It's usually you can't run that and counterattack. This game has a very unique way of doing their runes. So if you're interested in that, I think that wasn't that bad to actually see that. But yeah, I can see why attack is the most popular because you're going to get the most damage out of it. Speed is only if you're wanting to quickly put the nether bloom on. And then once the nether bloom's on, it will start popping and stuff. I love the silence. It's another underrated thing that I put in there. I don't even think we get this. I think this is the best way to look at their ultimates. Because for some reason, it doesn't always pop up. I love the design, the eye, flower in her eye. So beautiful. And they tear you up with Mona to have her come after you. Even though I think she's actually faster than Mona. Funny enough. And it just keeps popping. And it's just a lot of damage. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys like this character. If you summoned her, did you like her? Did you put her on the bench? Did you use her a lot? She's literally the reason why I've been able to get up to 12-8. Even though I can't beat 12-8 because I need to level up my characters a little bit more. But I think that she's like solely the reason. Her and Kara are like so good. They're just so disgusting together. I'd love to see you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Also, if there's another character you guys would like me to cover or go over or give my thoughts and opinions on, leave it in the comment section as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video.